Hello and welcome to Keep Your Daydream. I'm Trish and this is Mark, and we are here to talk to you about the top 5 apps we use in route planning. We are here in gorgeous Bend, Oregon. And
amazing.
Believe me, I could say gorgeous like 100 times and it wouldn't cover it. Gorgeous Bend, Oregon.
And if we seem just a little less enthusiastic than we normally do, it's because we're exhausted. Bend has worn us out. Yesterday we were out at Smith Rock hike. Yes. Unbelievable. Today we were kayaking down the Deschutes River. Is it Deschutes River. My gosh, we toured Zamp, we toured Crux, we had our meetup last night in Bend.
Oh my gosh, you guys, everybody that came up to the meetup, thank you so much.
So much fun.
So what prompted this right now, here video, is the question that we get all the time, right? And that is, how do you guys plan your trips? And we say the same thing, so we thought, hey, why don't we put it in a video for you?
And we found ourselves using 5 apps. Been crazy helpful to us.
And again, this is not the end all be all, and we want to hear from you what your favorite apps are in websites and resources, because there's a million things out there. These are just the 5 that we're using right now.
All right, so let's kick it off with app number 1. Probably the one we use more than anything is AllStays. AllStays is an app that we have on our phone. The Pro version's also on a website, but basically we have found most of the campsites, campgrounds, Walmarts. It's an absolute, I mean, it's almost, when we're traveling, it's a go-to app.
It's the number one thing.
I don't think there was a day we've been traveling that we don't have AllStays
open. And the cool part is you go right into something, you can see an estimate, like with dollar signs, how expensive it is, and then it gives you the phone number, bam, right there, and you're calling.
That's right, if you hit Gmap, it'll actually bring up the address in your Google Maps and then take you directly there. The other thing I just found out when I was playing around with the app, it'll give you pictures and reviews and a whole bunch of other stuff. Not to mention Elks Lodges, Costco, Moose Lodges. And
the Walmarts are color coded. So like if there's a red W, I think it is, you can't spend the night there.
That's right.
So it's like really kind of fun
with the
stuff
Walmart reviews. With the Walmart, so we'll pull up and we'll be like, this Walmart was kind of noisy and we were asked to move, or it was kind of sketchy, and so we just move on. We go find a different Walmart. So I couldn't imagine not having that app. Now, tied for first with AllStays, and it's really only a season 3 thing for us, is Harvest Host.
Oh my gosh, you guys. Okay, I am not also
Take it away.
Not exaggerating. I know, I'm sorry. I just gotta dive right into this. Okay, Harvest Host is the coolest thing. And some people with kids say, hello, those are wineries. That's no fun for my kids. Or that's no fun for my dogs. Well, guess what? There's amusement parks, there's museums, we're going up to an air museum tomorrow. We're super excited about it. So anyway, but then the vineyards that are part of it are more family owned. They're more relaxed.
They're vineyards. They're not tasting rooms, although there's tasting rooms on it, but they're like, I don't know, it's just like, it's their farming families. They've been getting along great with our kids and giving us all sorts of things to do. Bottled wine and Rio Seco.
And they know the area. They know the area. So, you know, whenever we're route planning, which that's a really loose term because we don't do very much planning. When we're in the car, after we've checked AllStays, then we go to our computer and we see, hey, where's a Harvest Host? And we kind of navigate our way to see if we can hit as many as possible because it's so much fun. So what is it, $40, $45 for the whole year?
$45 for the year. And
that's like one campground, one night.
And then you get access into the member site, and then you just put in the state, and all the different Harvest Host locations come up. And you pick one, you give them a call, you say, hey, are you available tomorrow? They say sure, and you're like dry camping. You're dry camping. So we've now, on season 3, we pull up Harvest Host with AllStays so that we can kind of like find out where the Harvest Host.
We have 2 phones going.
Yeah, on our way, so that we can kind of hit as many Harvest Hosts as possible. That's kind of the plan.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. What's number 3?
That's number 2. Well, actually, that was kind of a twofer in part 1. Okay. So number 2 is a social media app, but it's how Trish ends up finding all the cool things we do. So take that away.
Oh, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
All right, Pinterest. Okay, you think that maybe this is just the way to find how to make a rainbow birthday cake? No, it's so much more. People have put up great blogs on what to do. 25 free things to do, 10 things you must see, And these great blog posts will lead you down a rabbit hole. But really what I do is I dive in, I visit one of their sites, I pick out the names of, like, all of our stuff in Malibu was from Pinterest.
That's right. We got the Escondido hike.
Yes.
We got the, but that was from Pinterest.
Yes.
The
Matador Beach.
Matador
and then
Beach.
where we ate for lunch.
All Pinterest.
All Pinterest. Super cool. There's some really great people in there that are throwing stuff up for you. So just put in your town, it'll give you pictures. And I love to have a visual before I get there because you can kind of tell a vibe of a town from some of the pictures.
Yeah.
So,
and I guess along those lines, number 3 app that we use is kind of along the lines of Pinterest, but it's a little bit different, and that is Instagram. And the reason we use Instagram is because when many people post a picture on Instagram, they put the location. So when you see a picture that you really like, just below their profile name, you can push the location, and all of the pictures,
right?
well, that too, the actual location of the picture, or you can see the hashtags. So hashtags on Instagram is like grouping all of the pictures on a certain hashtag. So for instance, we'll take Smith Rock. Okay, anyone who is at Smith Rock would have hashtag Smith Rock. So all of these different pictures come up. You can look through the pictures and be like, wow, that's really cool. But it also helps us, like, Smith Rock has dozens and dozens of trails. Which one do we want to go on? Which one do we want to do? So I'll let Instagram kind of guide us through the various things by these hashtags. So you can look at the picture and be like, I want that picture. So we just go find out how to go get it. So Instagram has been fantastic for, like, maybe diving a little bit deeper into the exact location and, like, what you're gonna do when you're there, because you obviously can't do everything.
Yes.
Okay?
All right. Ooh, I'm off to a good start here. I'm feeling good. I'm ready to get in my car. I'm ready to go plan a trip.
Ooh, okay, all right. Okay, number 4, appropriately number 4, coincidentally number 4, Foursquare.
Oh, but did you really plan that?
No,
that's awesome. Okay, Foursquare is the best. We love it. It's not gonna work for you so well if you're out in random farm country, but if you're anywhere near a city that's slightly populated, it will give you the best recommendations for breakfast, lunch, dinner, and some events.
Now listen, I know if some of you aren't familiar with Foursquare, or you used it once or twice in the past and you're like, I'm not gonna use Foursquare. Let me tell you something. We don't eat at a restaurant under 8.2, 8.5. We just don't do it.
So they rate them from 10 to whatever. I've never seen a 10.
No.
But I've seen like a 9.6, but we're usually in that 8.5 to 9.5 range.
9.2.
We haven't been disappointed.
When we see something on Foursquare that's a 9, we leave there saying, that was awesome.
Yeah.
When we pull up a restaurant that's like under 8.5 or high 7s, it is as bad. And I mean, it's just terrible. And we look at it after we have like a really bad experience, a really bad meal, we'll go pull up in Foursquare and be like, God, it's a 7.6.
Why did we come here? We just wasted our money.
Yeah, it's a waste of money, it's a waste of time. So on the other hand, we'll go, when someone will say, hey, you gotta go eat here, we'll go, oh, okay. And then we'll look it up and it'll be like, oh wow, it's a 9. And so,
yeah,
it saved us so much time, it saved us so much money.
The other part is you can rate it not only by money, but you can rate it by distance, and you can rate it by, so there's the rating, there's the distance, and then there's the money.
I guess that app really isn't for route planning though, isn't it? Unless you're planning your route around food.
Yes.
And, you know, we just might do that.
Well, it will tell you as you're coming into a city if your food is in the beginning of the city, the end of the city.
Nice.
So then you kind of know where to go and how to get in, because if you're like us, you're hauling something or you're very large and you need to be strategic about how you enter a new town. Okay, so let's talk about the last app here is Google Maps. And I've done a whole video on how we use Google Maps. But the reason that we like it is it gives real-time route planning. So when you're on a road, you can see up in advance that the road is getting like orange, the route turns orange, or it turns red. This is super helpful. When we were driving out of Santa Cruz into Palo Alto, Trish said, we're going down a hill. She says, slow down because there's a traffic jam up here. I'm like, really? How do you know? I come around the corner and there's a traffic jam. So when you're trying to stop, 10,000 pounds, it's kind of nice to know you're coming up against traffic. It's also kind of nice to know that like the traffic's only going to be a 5-minute delay. And then what I like to do is after I've visited Pinterest or even Instagram, and I know these key terms, these things to search like Escondido Park or El Matador Beach, then I plug them into my Google on my computer, and then I can move them around so that I hit the first one correctly and then the second one, so I'm not backtracking around. So we kind of plan out our day and move it down the path.
Now, alternatively, we've gotten a lot of comments from subscribers that Rand McNally is a really good app specifically for RVing, and it's going to have things like RV height and RV route planning. They have all sorts of stuff. We just don't use it because we're like totally content with Google Maps and all the stuff we're sharing with you here, but that is something to look into if you're just not a fan of Google Maps.
Yay! Wow, did we just pound out 5?
I think we did.
I think we did.
First time ever.
Okay, so, you know what time it is?
Okay, it is RV Signal Boost Winner Award time. Okay.
Oh my word, but
not
before this.
Not only do we have that, we also have a giveaway for all of our subscribers because we love all of you, and are so grateful for everybody that's been part of this journey the entire way. So we have something for you too.
And these are building too, so we are going to find some more awesome things that we can give away to everybody, and some other things that are for patrons. So we're just excited you're here. We love your comments, we love your participation, and how fun was that meetup?
It was a blast.
It was a total blast. You guys rock.
But you put faces to name, and people are asking questions, and it's awesome.
It was great. So it is important that you guys comment and participate, because El Señor Rojo over here dove deep into those comments on the last video, and he picked out a name, and
Alaskan Gal and her angry Texan.
Alaskan girl and her angry Texan.
Alaskan Gal.
Alaskan
and her angry
gal.
Texan.
Alaskan Gal, we have this super cool koozie and a little sticker for you. So go ahead and direct message us, send us an email, tell us what your address is, and we'll cruise this on over to you.
Yeah. Okay, so for the Patreon winner, I've got my little random app picker.
Okay,
hit the little button.
It's 1 through 179 ready.
Hit the button. 32.
Number 32. Who is that,
And
Mr.
I go
Leach?
into the Excel file. Number 32 is Michael Tully.
Michael, this is on its way to you. We are so excited.
And we have one more of these, so we're going to do a video about working remotely and how we stay connected with cell coverage. We thought that would be the perfect video for this. And God, these giveaways are just crazy. Okay, we visited Zamp Solar for a tour when we're here in Bend, and Morgan, who's their brand manager, said when we were there, she says, oh, by the way, I saw you doing giveaways, and I have a couple for you.
So we want to be part of that.
Yeah.
And so she gave us some really cool things.
Yeah, so anyway, we'll announce that soon, but yeah, there's some really cool stuff. So anyway, we'll get this out to Michael, and if you're interested in becoming a KYD Insider, there's a link up there so you can learn more about it. It's just a great way for us to kind of have a two-way relationship with a lot of our viewers.
You guys are so awesome, you comment, but this is a way for us to get to know you even more through your Facebook and what you're up to, and taking pictures with Ginger, and
stuff like that. But
really cool.
We are really, truly grateful for everybody that has been following us since the first flat tire. And if you're here, we love you. And
thank you so much.
And I have got to get started on this weekend's video so that we can post, because it's possibly Santa Barbara, San Luis Obispo. So I gotta go so that it can be posted this weekend for you.
Yes.
All
Okay,
right,
guys.
We'll catch you soon.
Hasta.